TheSmartLocal.com.
What is your expected salary that you are looking at after your graduate?
2.8k.
I'll hope about a 6k.
3.5 to 4k.
3 plus K.
Hi guys, welcome to Hot Take. Today I'm here to find out how much university students in Singapore these days expect for their first salary, as well as if they know the current market rate. Let's go! What are you guys studying and what year are you in?
I'm studying medicine, second year.
Second year.
Yeah, same. I'm studying medicine second year.
Alright, so are you all looking to work in the same industry after you graduate?
Definitely.
Yeah, because we are part of a bond, so we kind of have to work for all the Singapore hospitals.
What is your expected salary that you are looking at after you graduate?
So our base pay is about 4-5, and then plus on-call can reach 5 to 6 before CPF.
Okay, because you sound very confident when you're answering, right? Where did you get this ballpark figure from?
Yeah, so I think MLH recently published, and then because we also have seniors that just let us know the salary and all that.
Do you think your expected salary is within the higher or lower spectrum?
I believe we're quite fortunate, it's roughly on the higher end. Yeah.
Do you all actually know the market rate?
It's quite standardized for us because we're all employed by MOHH. So
right.
It's all the same, yeah.
Then do you know if your job market is competitive for your industry?
I think pretty much everyone is secured a job, at least in the Singapore healthcare system, because part of repaying our bond, we'll all be posted somewhere. So technically everybody's guaranteed a job to start off. Yeah.
Okay guys, what are you studying and what year are you in?
I'm year 1. I'm studying communications and new media.
Oh, same. I graduated already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm year 2. I'm studying chemical engineering.
What's your expected first pay?
I think media is quite hard, so I think 2.8k. I studied film. I'm just estimating from a poly diploma to a uni degree, a bit higher than that.
How about you?
I think generally speaking, if I go into the oil industry, it's about 4 to 5k starting. Actually, I'm not 100% sure that this is the accurate data, but I got it from a website, and a lot of the there's a general consensus within my course that this is about the starting pay for a degree. Yeah.
Do you all think the starting pay that you mentioned, right, is on the lower or higher spectrum?
I think mine is lower, hopefully.
Compared to other industries?
Oh yeah, compared to other industries, yeah, it's lower. Okay. Yeah.
I would say mine is higher. Yeah, maybe not as high as School of Computing, but I think still in the higher, yeah.
What are you studying and what year are you in?
I'm studying medicine and I'm in my second year now.
Okay. Do you know the expected salary after you graduate?
I think right after we graduate for house officer, it will be around 3.5 to 4k, if I'm not wrong.
House
officer.
House officer.
Kind of internship in the hospital. Yeah.
So in your industry, right, do you think the job market is competitive?
I think when we graduate, it's still okay because we're all working for the government. But if you want to specialize in the future, then it gets more competitive. Private, or if you want to do specialties surgery, etc., then it gets very competitive.
What are you studying and what year are you in?
I'm doing data science in year 3 now.
Do you plan to work in the same industry after you graduate?
Hopefully yes, because the pay is not bad.
Right, so speaking of pay, what is the expected salary after you grad?
I think for our average is quite high but I don't expect so high, maybe 4.5. Yeah. I think our average based on the last survey or whatever is slightly higher.
Do you think the job market for your industry is competitive?
Yes, extremely competitive because it's growing industry in all what Smart Nation, AI, so a lot of people are doing into it.
Alright, what are you studying and which year are you in?
Hi, I'm studying business analytics. I'm in year 1.
So what is the expected pay that you want when you graduate?
My starting pay?
Yeah, starting pay.
I'll hope about a 6k.
6k?
7k.
Where do you get this figure from?
My seniors who have graduated. I think it's within the higher spectrum because of most of the normal pay I know was around 3-4k.
Right, then how do you feel about it being in the higher spectrum?
I feel good.
Wow, very good. Wow.
Can BTO earlier.
Then do you know if in your industry, right, is the job market very competitive?
Yeah, it's definitely very competitive.
Why?
Because there are a lot of people smarter than me out there. So I might not even be able to get a job.
Did you study business analytics for the money?
To a certain extent, yes.
Thank you for your honesty.
Yes,
Thank you for your honesty. Okay guys, what are you studying and which year are you in?
So I'm studying psychology and comms and new media, so it's a double major. I'm currently in year 1.
I'm in history, I'm a year 1 also.
What's your expected first pay?
Okay, I think for me it depends, but the starting pay will be somewhere around maybe 2.5 to around 3.5.
Right. Where do you get this figure from?
You can actually search it up online. If I'm not wrong, certain government websites actually tell you what is the base salary for certain occupations. The pay definitely depends on like what industry you join. I think a business student will actually earn way more as a starting pay compared to like a student who goes into the humanities. Yeah.
How about you?
I don't know. I haven't done as much research as he has. So 5-6K? I don't know. I don't know if it's realistic or if I don't know.
Okay, what are you studying and which year are you in?
Majoring in real estate and I'm year 2 right now.
What is your expected pay upon graduation?
I would say around 3.5 to 4K.
3.5k. So where do you get this figure from?
There's some data on the average salary for previous grads for real estate, so it generally is around that ballpark. Yeah.
Do you think this amount is like on the higher or lower spectrum?
I would say it's about average, maybe slightly lower than average.
So how do you feel about that? Like your expected first pay being lower than average?
It's hard though.
It's hard, life is tough.
Need to grind.
Actually, if you don't mind me asking, why did you join real estate?
Oh, it's actually it was an interest of mine that started from like watching Property Lim Brothers.
Wow!
Those kind of videos. There's been a trend of those home reno videos, right?
Right, yeah.
Where people talk about their house renos and like the modern designs. Yeah.
What are you studying and which year are you in?
I'm studying theatre studies and I'm in year 1.
What is your expected first salary?
Statistics wise, it would be about 3+K.
Because you mentioned 3k, right? 3k plus. Do you think this amount is within the higher or lower spectrum?
I think it's as average as you can get, like with a degree.
Do you think the job market in your industry is competitive, like for theatre studies?
I mean, they are trying to grow the industry, so I'm hoping that they are also trying to grow the salary. So there is hope, like be optimistic. I mean, maybe when I'm like a year 4, I'll be like, okay, there's no hope. But I think like I have to have the year 1 vibe, I'm like, oh my gosh, so hopeful.
Passionate.
Exactly. Who is gonna be hopeful if not the year 1s?
What are you studying and what year are you in?
Studying civil engineering, 3rd year.
Same, civil engineering 3rd year.
Then what is your expected salary that you want right after you graduate?
About 4K to 4.5.
For me, I will think it's around 3.5 to 4.5.
So how did you all get this ballpark figure from?
For my brother, because he's working in the government sector as well. So that's based on the range, it'll be about 4K-ish.
Actually, I got Google search usually for our course. Civil engineering wise, 3.5K is like the most of the starting pay for undergraduates.
Do y'all think this expected pay that y'all mentioned, right, is on the lower or higher spectrum?
Lower, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's towards the lower side, yes. When we applied for this, I think we kind of expected the pay to be this low compared to like other faculty like com science and stuff. Yes, so not too much of a surprise. Yeah.
Okay, what are you studying and what year are you in?
I'm studying business administration in year 1.
Year 1. Yeah. So are you planning to work in the same industry after you graduate?
Actually, I'm planning to do sales. Everyone tell me I should do sales.
Oh.
So just hustle,
Since you want to like sort of jump industry, right? What do you think is your expected pay after you grad?
Okay lah, hopefully at least 5K.
5K? Where do you get the number from?
Okay, I was thinking like insurance is like sales, right? So maybe if you hustle, then like 5K is possible.
Do you think that's on the lower or higher spectrum?
I would say it's higher.
Higher. So how do you feel about your expected pay being in the higher spectrum?
Feel good, obviously, if you earn more. I think not bad. I feel like the average salary only like 3K, is it?
Do you actually know the market rate?
Not really, yeah, but I see my brother's bonus. I think it's like not bad.
Wow, you seem to like really look up to your brother a lot.
No, like just here and there. Then I'm like, oh.
Alright, so based on the interviews today, we got a wide range of answers ranging from 2.8K to 7K depending on the fields that these students are studying in. But guys, I'm curious, what is your expected first salary? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you so much for watching this episode of Hot Take. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Ring the notification bell down below and watch our other videos over there. Bye!